3. Concerning the first man. The ship whose keel is the dawn. The ropes of light are they that are on it. Its helmsmen are glorious ones. Its crew are clothed with the dawn. They that bring the treasure of the mighty one that is upon it. Immeasurable and countless. Laden with the wealth of the living ones which can never be counted. I know not where the son of evil saw it. He took thieves and sent them to it. The thieves poured upon the ship. They drew it out into the middle of the sea. They wounded its helmsman. They that were entrusted with the treasure. They were endangered. They seized the treasure of the mighty one which is measureless and countless. They stole the wealth of the mighty one which is measureless and countless. They stole the wealth of the living ones which can never be counted. The treasure which they stole from it they spread and scattered to their worlds. They took roots and fragrant grasses and planted them in their land. They filled it. They took beryls and jewels. Nailed them and fixed them to their firmament. The hungry ate and were sated. The prostrate ones arose. The naked were clothed. They bound diadems upon their heads. The poor became rich and gloried in things that were not theirs. The report therefore reached the mighty one that an enemy had overtaken his ship. And its helmsmen were wounded. And they that were entrusted with the treasure were endangered. He called an envoy, a storehouse of life, which is the mind. He called an envoy and sent him forth unto the ship, saying, Go to the place hither, tend its helmsmen. Set them up that were entrusted with the treasure. Dig up their land and upturn the fragrant roots. Destroy and tumble down their firmament and cast down the jewels and the beryls. Gather all the treasure of the mighty one and take it and put it aboard the ship. Dishonor them, the poor ones, and cast the diadem from their head. Dishonor the poor ones that glory in things that are not theirs. Aid the righteous that there may be sent up to them the distilled part. Then he armed himself and girt himself at once, the son of the lights and the richnesses. He armed himself and girt his loins. He leapt and came forth unto the ship. He tended its helmsmen. He aided its faithful ones. He dug up their land with the spade. He tore up the fragrant roots and took them. He destroyed their firmament. He cast the beryls and the jewels down. He dishonored them, the poor ones. He cast the diadem from their head. He helped his righteous that all the distilled part might be sent up to them on high. He strengthened the ship and set a bulwark on it and took it up as a gift to the mighty one. He took it up as a gift to the mighty one. Peacefulness came to the land of light, the ship sent a palm forth. Its helmsman came to that which is theirs. 4. Concerning the first man, that of the cross of light. The youth groaned and wept in the pit which is at the bottom of Hades. The youth groaned and wept, his cry rose up. Hast thou not heard, O great brightness? Has none informed you that Hades has been stirred up and rebelled? And they of the abyss have put their arms upon them. The false gods that have rebelled have taken their armor against me. The goddesses, the daughters of shame, have set up their armor against me. The goddesses, the daughters of shame, have set up their spears. The stinking and foul demons have prepared to make war with me. When the mighty one heard, when they told him the word, he called an envoy. The Adamars of light, the son of the. He called the Adamars of light, the pitiless, the subduer of the rebels, saying, Go down, go, O Adamars, succor the youth. Succor the youth that is beneath the pit that is at the bottom of Hades. The demons. Put fetters on their feet. The goddesses. Put iron on their hands. The stinking and foul devils. Let their neck break beneath the collar. The false gods that have rebelled. Bind them beneath the dark mountain. Strengthen and encourage the youth who is beneath the pit which is Hades below. Strengthen and encourage the youth, and go and come up before thy father. The Adamas armed himself and sped down. He succored the youth. He succored the youth beneath the pit of Hades which is below. He put fetters on the feet of the demons, he put iron on the hands of the goddesses. The stinking and foul devils. He made their neck break beneath the collar. The false gods also that rebelled he bound beneath the dark mountain. He strengthened and encouraged the youth that was beneath the pit of Hades below. He strengthened and encouraged the youth. He went and came up before his father. His father said, All hail to thee. The rich ones of light said greeting and praise. Receive greeting and praise, O youth, for thou hast found rest, O little one. V. The soul, which is the first man. O the treasure of the great ones of life, the jewel of the living mighty ones. O the great treasure of the living ones. Who are you from the storehouses? Who are you from the storehouses? He cast him beneath the dark mountain, the dwelling of them of the Hebdomad. They of the Hebdomad came, they caused the treasure to run and it came forth. They set 60 snares for me, they spread 60 traps. They smeared madness on their snares. They put fire in their traps. The wretches thinking in their heart that I should fall into the snares and be defeated. But they know not, they of the Hebdomad, that my eyes see the snares. My eyes see the snares, my heart marks the traps. I joined my feet, I seized them, the traps of the. I run, they run after me. Me in the world. I run, they run after me, that. Forth to the man, for he has escaped from the snares. He has got free from the traps. I turned back, I said to them, the weaklings, the wretches that run after me. Go away, go, you of the. Go, attend to your snares. Go, attend to your snares and let your snares attend to you. Go, sink down in the madness and fall into the fire that is kindled. I am not of the sons of the world that I should fall into the snares and be caught. I am of the living ones, a lamp of light entire. I walked therefore, I walked, until I reached the bank of the Euphrates. On the bank of the river. There is a youth sitting, making music. The youth there sits and makes music in the scent of life which dwelt upon him. He said, My heart, be a mountain for me, my conscience, grow for me into a mind. My heart, be a mountain for me. Be. And the living ones send after you. How long? For they took an envoy, they sent him after me. He grasped the of my hand. He brought me up to the land of peace. 6. Concerning the living spirit. I was clothed, as I stood, in a robe without spot. A robe without spot, wherein there was no waning or diminution ever. The living ones passed my cry. My care, I arose. They grasped me to that which gave to me the light no longer. They said to me, Thou the light, full of light. When the light therefore goes to its place, the darkness shall fall and not rise again henceforth. 7. That of the living spirit. O wise one of the who came to subdue the rebels of the word. He floated in great power, he appeared in great brightness. In his power and the power of his Father he came. He made war with them. He subdued their camps. He hurt their height, he came. He caught, he threw the diadem from his head. He threw the diadem from his head, he of the fire. He fettered the tyrants of the earth. He took from them their kingdom, he deprived them of their kingdom. He caused them to be led away to the punishment. He seized the authorities, he wrested from them their power. He cast them from the fire, he closed the fountains of fire. He closed the fountains of fire that they might not again send up darkness. He quenched the furnaces of fire. He brought the light. He set it in its place. He closed the doors of Hades that the righteous might not be shut in them, he stopped. He hindered the course that. He seized the goddesses and the gods, he wrested their vehicles from them. He took their vehicles from them, he appointed them to of the living. He blocked the troubled rivers. He distilled the clear waters. He uprooted the darkness and cast it out. He brought the light and planted it in its place. He closed all the fountains. He put the upon them. He spread out the great sea. He built the ships and launched them on it. The ships of the great traders, the faithful men of truth. The barks of the merchants, that will convey up the distilled part to life. He subdued the great sea, he subdued the rebels also that are in it. He sank its rebels also in it, he set guards over them to watch them. He set up them that fell. He healed them that were wounded. He awakened them that sleep. He gave memory to them that forgot. He gave the light to the eyes of the righteous, that they might go up and see the land of light. He gathered them that were scattered. He enlightened the poor ones of darkness. He appointed and made straight the course which his living Father enjoined on him. He made smooth the royal road that the righteous might go upon it. The righteous might go upon it and see the land of light. Brightness is set upon them there. A diadem is bound upon their head and they are added to the number of the angels. He planted him a plant in the lives. He called his beloved ones. He set them up upon it that they might purify the seed and take it forth. And purify the seed and take it forth upon the ships and the barks. On those ships of light therefore shall your souls go aboard.